Well, so that gradually settled down simply because you moved on. Because I went to do my A-levels at college rather than staying at school. And mostly at the sixth form level, people started dispersing into their own sort of careers. In those days, not everybody did A-levels. They had the Manpower Services Commission type of things, which is nowadays equivalent to NVQs, sitting guilds, when you got on the sort of work, education and experience. So, but gradually, as you obviously became older and matured, those things moved away. It didn't go away completely because the area which we lived in, which was Park Village, Heath Town, in Wolverhampton, that's where the first high-rise blocks of flats were launched. It was meant to be quite a futuristic project, which Her Majesty the Queen came to actually open when it was launched. But sad to say, that became a hub for all the badmashi, the drugs, and all the negativity in society. And so living in that area, let alone being schooled in that area, had its difficulties and problems along with it. And there was obviously situations where, not just with the sort of white folk, African, Caribbean, black folk as well, the racism just was part and parcel of society. I mean, one thing I never gathered, which I couldn't work up, because even the African Caribbean community migrated at the same time as my parents and our elders did. I did notice a remarkable similarity with the attitudes of the elders. They all had the same initiative to better themselves, do something for the family, and support families back at home in the motherland. But the new generations had that little unease about one's doing better than the other. And I remember very clearly the riots in Lozells in Birmingham, because we had a shop by that time. My dad and my elder brothers, they set up a corner shop in Handsworth. And when those riots happened, it was crazy. And it brought out the worst in people. It showed, the jealousy, the disharmony in society. Because, it had nothing to do with the Sikh community. It had very little to do with the South Asian community. But there's a clear divide between the African Caribbean and even the Gore, who were colluding with the African Caribbean people. And how they saw the South Asian Punjabi Sikhs, who they saw as more successful. And those were sad days, very concerning, worrying days. And but we survived through that. There were obviously deaths in those days as well. The post office got burnt down. There's a Sikh family who were murdered in that incident. And then it happened again back in the early years in the 2000s, when in Wolverhampton there were copy riots after the situation in East London. And in those days, when we were living together as a family in our main house with the parents near Kanvagodra, and in those days you didn't have obviously the modern mobiles, and we heard those copy riots in Wolverhampton, and we lived really close to the Gurdwara, and our family rushed to the Gurdwara because the concern was obviously they were attacking the Gurdwara and the Nishan Sahib. They did try to burn down the Nishan Sahib, and but the Sangat who were nearby, regardless of the safety of their own lives, we went and tried to protect the Gurdwara as best we could. Because from our back garden we could actually see the Kanpur Gurdwara across the fields, so there were shortcuts through there. But racism is a sad part of society. I think through education people can get around that and progress beyond that. But every generation has its variations, but it hasn't gone away.